Item 40 is to approve an ordinance to amend the Augusta Richmond County Code relating to lewdness and indecent exposure so as to prohibit indecent exposure caused by sagging pants, to repeal all code sections and ordinances in part of the code section and ordinance in conflict herewith.
Commissioner Johnson, I believe this is yours.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Due to the reason or the facts that we have a existing ordinance now, which is the indecent exposure ordinance that lies on the books as we speak, I don't see a probable cause to create an addition to this particular ordinance because it still relates to what the concern is and what we can really enforce, and that's the exposure of flesh or body parts, what have you. So with that, I would like to withdraw this, and as leaders and of this city and the community, of course, that we can come together with our civic churches, civic organizations, and the Board of Education and see what kind of curriculums can be established to help address these issues throughout the community along with the parents and the households. I think this is something that, of course, is a huge disparity in our community. It's definitely something that everybody's paying attention to, but I don't see it, this ordinance really addressing the actual concern appropriately, and it's really unfair or unjust to really efficiently really address this issue. So this is definitely a moral problem. It's something that I think a lot of us agree that it is an issue in our city as well as other cities, but I think that at this time this particular ordinance really states as being what it was before, what it is we really can do and do, I guess, be able to enforce legally, if you will. So with that, I'd like just to withdraw this particular ordinance, and we look at partnering with our, like I say, civic organizations, churches, and the Board of Education to address this issue.
Put that in the form of a motion?
I will.
Second.
Okay. We have a motion and second. Commissioner Holland.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First of all, I'd like to commend Mr. Johnson for even coming forward with an ordinance of this particular nature, simply because we as elected officials need to let our constituents and our community know that even though we are elected officials locally, nationally, and statewide, one thing that we cannot do, we cannot legislate morality, and we cannot legislate self-respect. But we want our community to know, especially our young people, we want them to know that we are very much concerned. We're concerned about their personal safety. We're concerned about their personal appearance. We're concerned about everything that they do within this community. We're just not concerned about infrastructure, revitalizing, and things of this particular nature. Since we were elected officials, we need to be concerned about all aspects of our community and all of the people of our community. So, in terms of their personal appearance, this is something that needs to start in the home. And I commend Mr. Johnson for focusing on this, because I've received a number of phone calls. It's been on the radio, it's been on the television, and since it has been focused upon, probably we'll have some changes that will be made within the community, and the parents will take a part in working with their children to make this change become a reality, along with the school with Dr. Bedden and along with the churches. So we need to come together as one and as a team and work much harder to work with our young people and make them more self-respectful of themselves. So once again, I commend you for doing this and for focusing on this, because it is something that we need to really address. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Commissioner Holland. Okay, we have a motion and a second. If there's no further discussion, commissioners will now vote by the usual sign.
And this is to withdraw, right?
Yeah.
Not approve.
Yeah.
Withdraw it.
Okay.
I've got real estate, and
It's unanimous.